Woo!
Hello, hello, hello.
It is that time again. It's
Time for the midweek mashup with the
Yes.
mamas.
Love it. Go check out that podcast playlist. It's awesome. They're all up there. So it is June 21st. Welcome in. And we're talking summer solstice, right?
Yes.
Today would be the first official day of summer as our calendar, the Gregorian calendar, dictates, according to astrology. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And if you missed the week before and the week before that, oh, they were so good.
Run that back.
Yes. In case you were halfway in, came at the last minute, were there for the first part, was so good. And we had a special guest up, so it was great. So I am One Busy Mama, and this is
Wellness with Frugal Mama.
awesome. The calendar is wrong. It's been hot for a while. I don't know. I think here in what is it, central-ish Florida, without giving out location, it has been hot like the last week, I think.
Yeah, I think yesterday it was in the hundreds here.
I
was like, what?
Even the rain is not helping.
They don't do nothing but make it worse.
Yeah, so it's like you can't. Deodorant ain't working. Hairstyle ain't working.
Wait a minute, but your hair look good. It don't look frizzy or nothing. You must got some good product.
It's the braids. You know?
I'm gonna say it's looking like it's together.
Yes, that's about all I can handle. And I took them out and put them right back in and called it a day.
That part.
All right. So June 21st, Wednesday, 2023, summer solstice. So I'll share my screen and we'll go over some fun facts. And I do know a fun fact about June 21st, actually. It is the longest day of the year. According to the Earth and spinning on its axis, we gain a few extra minutes.
And that's in the Western Hemisphere. I was like, man, it's just amazing. I wish I could just be in both places, the Western and the Eastern Hemisphere at the same time to see it. Like, maybe you can't see it virtually now.
Right? So June 21st being the longest day of the year, and December 21st, if you were on that Converse with Mamas, is the shortest day of the year. So only in, the Northern Hemisphere. So I guess just doesn't happen any other place. So let me go ahead and share my screen on summer solstice while people are rolling in, so we have a background. All right, so this is just me Googling, okay? But let's see, summer solstice is also called estival solstice or midsummer. Oh, like William Shakespeare, Midsummer's Night's Dream.
Yeah.
I
thought I was going to be the next.
Yeah. You never know. So it occurs when one of the Earth's poles has its maximum tilt towards the sun. It happens twice a year, once in each hemisphere. Okay, so the summer one is for the northern hemisphere and the winter one is for the southern hemisphere. Okay. Oh, there it is, right there. The Farmer's Almanac. You guys are familiar with that? I mean, people used to really dig into that.
Really? And it's one of like, you don't even see maps hard in gas station anymore, but you will still see the farmer's almanac in some of these gas stations, and most of the ones that I've seen on our road travels.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's because it's Texas. I don't know. Or the South.
Maybe. Yeah, so I heard that the other day. I remember you saying it, like Florida is not the South. And I heard somebody here in Florida say that Florida is not the South. And I'm thinking, so what is it?
That was probably me.
No,
that's really east.
Here.
It's east. Y'all even in the Eastern time zone. I don't know why y'all trying to be different and try to call yourself South. You want to be different, just pick something else. Y'all are not South. Ain't nothing South except for the racism and all that kind of stuff. That's not South.
Well, it is the most, I mean, Key West happens to be the most southern point in the United States.
Southern meaning the most bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but east, north, I mean, it's southeast.
Yeah. I mean, we do in the Panhandle stupidly have the central time zone, which makes no sense. But, you know, I didn't make up these rules.
Yeah.
I'm not the governor.
But people said we're Midwest. Like Oklahoma is Midwest. I'm like,
Oklahoma is Midwest, but like
Oklahoma
Texas,
right above Texas. Texas.
I know.
We have this debate all the time.
You look, King Akil said Florida is 1,000% the South.
What?
Listen, there's a lot of, and I'm not categorizing, I'm trying not to stereotype, but there's a lot of accent going on down here in Florida. We don't have up north, and some mentalities that don't happen up north. I would consider them the South. Maybe not as
Southern acting, is what you're saying.
Country. I don't think it's country, but there are some bumpkin places in Florida. Like anywhere north of Ocala is probably pretty bumpkinish. But a true country South, no. But they are pretty South.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh, Empress is in southeast Georgia. Okay.
Northeast Georgia. Y'all have rain today? We got rain. In the South, we have rain, okay?
In the South, we have rain here too.
Today we have rain.
It's just Florida. Wait, half of Florida is completely an island because it's all tropical weather. And then northern Florida is just a whole different thing. But I'm currently in Phoenix, very different from, see, I would consider Arizona the South.
Arizona, girl, what is going? No, one big mom. We're gonna have random drug testing. There ain't no way Arizona is the South.
It's Southwest. What do you mean?
Play with you. No, everything can't be the South. Okay, let me tell you. He had a Mason-Dixon line for a reason. Okay,
don't they have like hay bales rolling around in Arizona too? Nah. This is what I picture in my mind. Yosemite Sam is running around in the South.
That's West Coast. That might, I don't know. Yeah, that's West Coast. I mean, not West Coast. Yeah.
So Arizona is not the South.
I ain't no way. I ain't. We don't accept them into the union. The union of the South.
Oh no.
For real though, what y'all think in the chat? Let me know. Is Arizona? Come on now. Ain't no way.
I mean, I would have thought Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, they're all Southwest. No?
No.
They're all
Southwest. Maybe Southwest. Y'all don't want to accept the
Central. Okay, Arizona is definitely not central. Central to what?
Exactly.
It's over there, like on your way to California. The South is usually considered the southeastern states. So Texas would not be included then. Because I know like Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, I said Georgia already, right? South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, right? Those, even Kentucky, I think, considers themselves South. She's gonna put herself on mute, people.
Now I just stopped talking because ain't no way Texas not south. Texas from the south.
Tim said,
Louisiana
"Don't
from the
get me lying."
south. You know, south side. Hey.
Hey, everyone coming in. Thank you so much. I see you. We are talking summer solstice, but now we're talking like which are the southern states, you know, what's really the South. They consider Texas as in the South. I see how that's put. But in my mind, Texas is the South.
Yes,
Like,
it's the
I
epitome
feel
of
like
the South.
all the way across the bottom is the South.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my opinion. You know, Southern mentality maybe have gone over some border lines, but anyway, summer solstice, people, look at this beautiful picture with the corn or the wheat or whatever this is. What is this? Straw, hay, a field of something out there. What makes you think of summer? Put that in the chat. I'm just curious.
Ooh,
What thing?
watermelon.
Oh, how did I know you were going to say that?
You know, I'll be waiting all year for watermelon. All year for watermelon. I'm telling you, on Juneteenth is usually when we had our family reunion, and they still have it. I just haven't gone in a while since before the situation. But man, barbecue and watermelon.
Just
But
so you know, we have
we
watermelon.
barbecue in the wintertime around here. And that's that cross in any season.
So straw, I saw.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Mango. Oh yeah, that makes me think of tropicalness, right?
Mango? No.
No?
No, that make me think of a smoothie. I mean, it's tropical. Yeah, it does think of a tropical, but tropical. Yeah, it's tropical. It's not southern, but yes, you're right. It is.
Summer.
It is summer. No. Yeah.
Barbecue.
Okay. Does it grow? It only grow in the summer. Then that's what we're doing. Because I don't think nobody running out to get mangoes anyway. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a purpose for a mango. Ain't nobody just eating that. I don't think.
Oh, a lot of tropical people eat
tropical.
Yeah. Tropical. Yeah, they eat it all the time, like a snack.
I know, but they do that year round. It's not specific to summer.
Oh, okay. Barbecues, yes, I'll agree with that.
Maybe.
The sunshine, roses. Oh, yes. I have 3 rose bushes in the front. Yes. Honeybees, the beach, humidity. There you go. They consider South Carolina, Louisiana, North Carolina, Florida, Texas, Georgia, Alabama. Oh, I forgot Alabama. Shoot. Arkansas. Kentucky, Tennessee, Virginia, Maryland, West Virginia, Oklahoma too, Delaware, and Mississippi. Fresh corn on the cob. That sounds amazing right now. Some nice buttery corn on the cob. Frugal mama, so good. Mango is 1,000% dry. She said smoothie. I know, right? As being, yeah. I kind of agree, but like, which one was it? Delaware? I don't know that I would consider them, but they're not northeast. You just Googled it? Okay. Well, I guess, yes, right? Mango for the islanders and tropical. Okay. Keep throwing your ideas of summer in the chat. That'd be great. So Frugal Mama just had to step away for a minute. It's not because of the whole South talk. So summer solstice begins today, Wednesday, June 21st, 2023, marking the astronomical first day of summer in the Northern Hemisphere. What exactly is the solstice? It is really the longest day of the year. Welcome the solstice with some interesting facts and folklore. So June solstice, aka summer solstice, occurs when the sun travels along its northernmost path in the sky. This marks the astronomical start of summer in the northern half of the globe. So it started at 10:58 a.m., although I saw 10:57 somewhere. Sorry for that. Summer solstice in the southern hemisphere is Thursday, December 21st. Pretty cool. But yes, so June 21st being the longest day of the year for the northern hemisphere, celebrating summer solstice, and December 21st being the shortest day of the year is celebrated summer solstice in the southern hemisphere. So in the northern hemisphere, summer solstice occurs when the sun reaches the highest northernmost part in the sky. Whereas that usually people look to Stonehenge as being the marker. And I'll probably get a picture of that coming soon. So let's see. Solstice comes from the Latin solstice, solstitium, from sol, which means sun, and stitium means still or stop due to the Earth's tilted axis. Unable to talk today. June solstice is significant because the sun reaches the northernmost point at the sky. Great, great, great. We said that. So here's a picture of the vernal equinox and summer solstice, winter solstice, and the autumnal equinox. Just so you guys can get an idea. So the summer solstice is the sun overhead at the Tropic of Cancer, and the Tropic of Cancer is like close to the equator line, right? So the timing of June solstice is not based on a specific calendar day, even though we put it there. Therefore, the solstice won't occur on the same day. Currently, it shifts between June 20, 21st, and 22nd. Okay, good to know. Let's see what else. Oh my God, they're throwing Sephora in my face. More shopping. Look at this beautiful thing. Nobody said sunflowers, which, yes, Cancer season. I posted a whole bunch of stuff, King Akil on my IG, like just a little while ago. Fireworks. That's a good one. Yes, shout out to all the Cancer, astrological sign, zodiac sign. Summer reminds me of the sprinklers. Nice. Yeah, it said 10:57 a.m. or 10:58 a.m. Jesse, where do they get Oklahoma? I don't know, Empress. I don't know. I would have thought that was Midwest, tornadoes, you know, all that great stuff. I am a Cancer. Yes. My polar opposite. I thought you. Yeah, shout out to all the Cancers. I know you guys can throw your zodiac signs in the chat if you want to, but also let me know if you're just coming in what reminds you of summer in the chat, since we're talking about summer solstice. I think of sunflowers as going into fall, though. That's true, even though they're called sunflowers. That's when they grow in Maryland. Nice. Ice cream usually reminds me of summer, even though we can have it all year round in Florida. But so this is what I was saying earlier when we first started. So the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere ranges, and we're repeating this from June 20th, 21st to the 22nd. This occurs in part because of the difference between the Gregorian calendar system, which is normally 365 days, and the tropical year, how long it takes the Earth to orbit the sun once, which has about 365.242199 days. And you'll see that in other civilizations, the Aztecs, the Mayans. I want to say even the Egyptians talked about there being 366 days, and 5 or 6 of those days were considered unlucky, so they referred to a 360-day sort of calendar. But anyway, to compensate for the missing fraction of days, the Gregorian calendar adds a leap day about every 4 years, which is why we celebrate leap year. When is your birthday? Ah, July 3rd. Yes, it's crab season. I think for gardening, fertility. Yes. Cancers are deep. They are running deep. Oh, I see a Pisces. Angie is July 22nd. Pisces tend to be well balanced, do they? Yes. And then Frugal Mama is July 30th. So she's into Leo season. But that's coming up soon. So shout out to all the July babies and the end of June babies. Let's see what else. What is Midsummer Day? That is June 24th, historically marked by the midpoint of growing season, halfway between planting and harvest. Known as one of 4 quarter days in some cultures. Look at that, strawberries. Nobody said strawberries. Fresh tomatoes. Oh, it does? I think we have one big tomato that's coming out, but it's been kind of weak. And hopefully with some of this rain, it's going to pick up. So strawberry picking. Strawberries are so yum, yum, yum. For me, anyway. We just switched it up a little bit, Mr. Terry, just because of our schedules. You have to grow one before you can have two. Okay, so since June's full moon is also known as the strawberry moon, which is kind of cool. Looks kind of crazy. It typically coincided with the ripening of strawberries in what is now the northeastern and midwestern United States. So strawberry picking is a great time. Look at that beautiful capture of the sun. The solstice does not bring the earliest sunrise. That's a fun fact. The sun sets more slowly at solstice. Sorry. Seasons on other planets. I didn't even think about other planets, but summer solstice folklore, deep snow in winter, tall grain in summer. Never heard that, but that's an Estonian proverb. Oh, nice. I know a lot of people who have July 4th. Hey, Miss Queen T, thanks for coming in. When the summer birds take their flight, goes the summer with them. If it rains on Midsummer's Eve, the filbert crops will be spoiled. What is a filbert crop? One swallow never made a summer. Easterly winds from May 19th to the 21st indicate a dry summer. I never heard that either. My goodness. If there are many falling stars during a clear summer evening, expect thunder. If there are
Sorry, it started raining. So yes. I had a quick meeting right now. So as One Busy Mama come back, thank you everybody for joining. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button and tell us some of your favorite things about summer. I know a lot of people like spring, but the spring allergies can make it very uncomfortable for those. And then towards summer, it start to get a little better because it's less humid, less raining. But again, everybody different. But since I have been on this turmeric and all this kind of stuff, I feel like I could jump out of my skin healthy. And so my allergies, I haven't had many allergies and all that kind of stuff less colds, snowballs. Oh, that's a good one because the snow cone stands are only open in summer. That is a very good one. This is a time of new beginnings. Yes. I know what? I start a new beginning every day. I'd be like, you know what? I can't do nothing about yesterday. I'm going to have to start over fresh, baby. I have to start over fresh. Whatever mistakes I made, I'm going to have to repent upon all my sins, and Lord, because if I don't wake up, when I open up my eyes, I just want to make sure that my heart is clear. So I start over every day, but I understand that. But then they say like this, the sun is so charging, but there are some people who can't, even stand the sun. Can you imagine not being able to stand the sun and all the benefits that the sun provides? We're going to have to, when One Busy Mama come back, we're going to have to come back and talk about, I need to add more turmeric. Yeah. When One Busy Mama come back, talk about the benefits of the sun while I'm still over here. I'm in my own bushes. I'm in my own bushes on my own life, baby. Me lurking on myself. I'm lurking on myself.
It's okay. The power just went out, so I apologize. I'm glad she was still on, even in the bushes, because we would have lost the whole thing. Yeah, you remember when we talked about Easter and they were talking about new beginnings then, because the winter is gone and the winter kind of brings back that feeling of doom and gloom and things are dead. And so spring brings new beginnings too. But there is like a new type of beginning when summer comes around, I think. So she was talking about the sun and vitamin D and why it's really good for you, and getting out there, making sure you have your sunscreen on, because the sun actually does a whole lot of healing for many people. It could not cure depression, but it could alleviate some symptoms of depression, especially for people who have sundown syndrome, that are coming out of the winter, very depressed. It's very gloomy outside. Getting that natural vitamin D instead of ingesting it in a pill is great. Let's see. Working and lurking. I totally get it. Let's see what else we can find about summer. We went over that. And so if you're just coming in, make sure you let me know in the chat what reminds you of summer. So there were a lot of good ideas. And so here's this one. Oh, we did spring last time. So 7 facts about June solstice. And then there's a quiz. So I was saying that Stonehenge is like the #1 spot that everybody posts about summer solstice. Woo, look at that member hype. Look at that member hype. Yes, thank you. Sunlight in the morning regulates one's sleep cycle. True. Yes, natural sleep cycle. So let's see what we haven't said. Oh, it's just questions. We kind of already talked about all of this and we went over it. So this is more of the same. So the kind of energy the sun emits most strongly is not ultraviolet, gamma rays, or even visible light. It's actually infrared. That's the sun's strongest emission, which is the kind we feel as heat. Yeah, welcome in everybody. As far as the sun's visible emissions, its strongest is green light. That's why our eyes are maximally sensitive to that color. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. It's the start of summer or winter if you live in this. Yeah, it is winter. So in the northern hemisphere, it's summer, and then in the southern hemisphere, it is winter, just because of the way that the axes work, and that's how it's divided. So those are the answers. Let me see if I find any other fun facts. I'm not showing my screen, but I'm going over the stuff we already talked about. So let me show this one because it's something different. If you're just coming in, thank you so much for stopping by. Talking summer solstice. So we mentioned some yummy things, mostly food, when it comes to summer. So there's Stonehenge. And according to this legend, it's supposedly deeper than what we actually can see visibly, but it's in a circle. And, you know, when the sun rises, it goes like right between these two pieces of rock that it's kind of like they don't really know still. But, okay, what didn't I say? So the sun was directly overhead at noon, 23.5 degrees north of the equator, at an imaginary line encircling the globe known as the Tropic of Cancer, named for the constellation Cancer the Crab, which we were talking about Cancer season. So this is what it looks like on the summer solstice, and this is what it looks like on the winter. So June and December. So the equator is this red line, and the Tropic of Cancer is the line above it, going through the United States there. And then the Tropic of Capricorn is the one that goes through the southern America. So let's talk. Oh, wait, this one is good. I saw ancient Egypt, so it's got to be good. The summer solstice has been long celebrated. I think I mentioned this to you before I even saw this part. In ancient Egypt, the summer solstice coincided with the rising of the Nile River, as it was crucial to predict this annual flooding. The Egyptian New Year began at this important solstice. Oh, that is cool. In past centuries, the Irish would cut hazel branches on the solstice eve to be used in search for gold, water, and precious jewels. I didn't know that either. Okay. Many European cultures hold what we know as midsummer celebration at the solstice, which includes gathering at Stonehenge and the lighting of bonfires on hilltops. Cool, cool, cool. There's a piece of summer right there at the beach. I don't know. Did anybody say beach? I think so. So let's do benefits of the sun and vitamin D. I think a lot of people don't incorporate getting a little bit of sun. It changes your mood. Anyway, let's see. So vitamin D production is one of the most well-known health benefits activated by exposure to sunlight. Not like fake sunlight or these LED lights, because they're actually counterintuitive for natural sunlight. For our skeletal, cardiovascular, neurological, and immune systems, maintaining proper vitamin D levels protects against disease, optimizes physical performance, and improves mental health. As I was saying, that's sundown syndrome, depression. Vitamin D is absorbed in our bones. That's what they're saying, skeletal system. So typically you would like to take vitamin D if you're really just naturally genetically predisposed to osteoporosis and things like that. But if you get a good enough amount of vitamin D from the sun, you might not need it. So some benefits, sunlight kills bacteria to a degree, okay, to a degree. Boat watching, yes, pool parties, the beach, the lake, good ideas. Sunlight may reduce high blood pressure. That doesn't mean stop your medication. It just means maybe you should spend a little more time outside. Regulate the immune system, strengthen bones, improve sleep quality, and boost mood. So how long should you? So 10 to 30 minutes of midday sunlight, which is 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Just be sure that you wear sunscreen, especially if you're going to be out there for long periods of time, even if it's cloudy, you can still get sunburn. Yeah, I used to go down south to Alabama to visit my grandparents for the summer. That's usually what I did as a kid. Do you guys have any traditions that you do in your family, like for summer? I know some people do summer vacations, or, you know, family reunions, picnics, things like that. Yes, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Let's see what else. So it's a lot of good information, but I find it really cool. Let me find another picture about summer solstice and see if we can jog some happy moods here. This is a really nice picture. Like, what makes you think of summer? I know, the beach, definitely. Popsicles, all shades. Right. So true. Everyone should wear sunscreen. It doesn't matter what your complexion is, or if you naturally tan, or even just putting on SPF 25 is good enough. A lot of them have moisturizers that already have SPF, so easy to find. Definitely stay hydrated, yes, and check on the elders and little kids, because little kids and elders tend to be the ones that get hit with a lot of dehydration. So making sure you're drinking at least 10 glasses of water a day, not coffee. Coffee is a dehydrator. So if you drink coffee, you need to drink more water. I don't like sunscreen that sits on top of your skin. I know, and it's like just there. So there's really good sunscreens that are out there that aren't super expensive, or that are incorporated into your moisturizer, which makes it easier so you don't have to do multiple steps. Or that don't leave like this white haze over your face. That's hilarious. I always see people like they just look like they just painted their face. Look at this summer night sky, or is it a sunrise or is it a sunset? That's a pretty cool one. So this is what Stonehenge is supposed to look like with the sun coming right through those boulders. So, and it would mark like that's what summer was, the beginning, because otherwise it would be off to the left a little bit more. So that's pretty cool. Here's another one where you can see the sun peeking right through there. That's pretty neat. Hey, Slim. So let's see, what are some other? Enjoy the longest day. I think that's pretty neat. So you know how you always say like, oh man, it feels like such a long day. Well, today is actually going to. Happy summer solstice. I think it's cool that they do celebrations and things to mark summer and winter, spring, fall. We don't traditionally in the United States celebrate any of these markers, but in other parts of the world they do. Like, look at this. They have these two, it's a maypole. Look at the field. It's just so pretty, right? So that's to mark the summer. And they said June 24th is Midsummer Day, which is really cool because it made me think of William Shakespeare in Midsummer's Night Dream. This is really pretty right here with these rocks. A ceremonial, ritualistic pattern on the beach. That's pretty cool. I know a lot of these are like stock photos, but Thanks for coming in, everybody. It's not cold here, but it has been raining. But it is not cold by any means. I mean, it rained and it's still raining on and off. Oh, and it just gets hotter. So that's definitely summer. The heat, the humidity. Let's see if there was anything I missed as far as, so making sure you wear your sunscreen, strawberries, corn, we said, ice cream, what else? The beach, the lake. I guess there's not too many people doing traditional things for the summer. Yeah, not watering the grass is a great benefit. Oh, man. Let's see. Summer solstice celebrations at Stonehenge. I know people actually like go to gather there from like before the sun comes up. So look at the crowd here. I don't know if this was recently, but you can see like all types of, there's some garb going on with the headbands and the sun right here. The sun has been actually one of those symbols that are represented on flags throughout the whole world, relating to astrology. Look at the horn. Hey, VS Speaks. Hey, Kenneth. Thanks for coming in. Oh, look at this. This is creative. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Look at her headband. That's cute. So they're just out there camping, I guess. Look at the crowd. That is wild. And there's the sun. Here comes the sun. Oh, I like this little headdress here. That's cute. That's very pretty too. It seems like they've kept up that tradition. Look at this. Very well. So let's see. Flags that have a sun on it. We can learn some stuff here. Festivals and flea markets. All right, so apparently these are all the flags that incorporate the sun on there. So Argentina, yeah, well, we know it's in South America. But Uruguay has it. Kazakhstan has sky blue with a gold sun, with the sun rays located at the center. And there's an eagle. Namibia, Bangladesh, Niger. All right. Kiribati. That one is clearly a sun. Liberia, Malawi, Taiwan, North Macedonia, Antigua, Barbuda, Italy. Italy doesn't have a sun. Where's the sun? Or are they trying to catch me? Look at that. There's no sun there. That's interesting. Oman, Malaysia, Liberia. Look at the Netherlands doesn't have it either. So those are just a few. But when I was reading, I found that a lot of countries have a sun in their actual flag. So it's pretty central to their beliefs and their celebrations and things like that. I know, the lies of the internet. You know what's really funny is they just catch you, so you could just say things just right out of your mouth, even though your eyes are telling you something different. Weird. The rising sun flag is part of the Japanese culture. So I guess it's called the rising sun. So it's usually depicted in a lot of their flags and paintings. I've seen that. So like this one is Ukiyo print, Lucky Gods. I've seen it a lot. So the flags of Maritime Self-Defense Force and Ground Self-Defense Force. They have the rising sun. It's printed out a little bit different, but it's essentially the same. The design of the rising sun is widely used in the world. The design with the beams of light is not unique to Japan. Similar designs are used widely in the world, as seen in the national flag of the Republic of North Macedonia. Oh, look at that. Even Arizona in the U.S., Venezuela. That wasn't even actually listed. Let's see. I think that's it. So just to show you that the sun is pretty much a part of the culture stemming from the summer solstice and old civilizations, and even civilizations now that did a lot of sun worshiping and relied on the sun for growing crops and signifying a lot of changes in the landscape, brought about using the sun for a lot of things. So this has been pretty cool. I hope you guys enjoy your summer solstice. And does it make you want to actually do some sort of celebration? I'm not sure, but it would be cool to go to like a summer solstice festival and kind of see what's going on in other parts of the world, in my opinion. I'd like to see any of the solstices. But in the United States, if you're curious, there's Serpent Mound in Ohio that actually has a serpent. I haven't been there, but I've heard about it, that is supposed to look like the serpent is swallowing the sun. So that is pretty cool. That'd be nice to see. What do you got?
What I was about to say is, my whole thing is, when we think about, because it's connected to astrology, a lot of people feel like, oh, I can't talk about this, or I don't want to be involved with this because it's surrounded by rituals and witchery, and I don't know whether the witch is gonna be out and this, that, or the other. I don't know about witches. I think if you give that stuff power, then it is, kind of is what it is. I can't take nothing out. I can't take nothing from it or away from, because I don't want nobody to do that with my faith. And I think it's just important to, take from what the earth and the universe naturally does, and try to get something great out of it. This is the longest day of the year. This should be the most productive day of the year. I woke up before my alarm went off. I was up at like 4:45. I don't wake up to 5. Like, embrace every day of life and get away from these superstitions. And they may be fact, but I ain't believing in that. You know what I'm saying? And like when we were doing the crystals, oh, this is demonic. Is this used for spells?
I think anything
this is stuff that grow from the earth. Like, anything can be
right. It could all be turned.
Anything could be turned into something demonic and used. But we got to use our stuff. Use things for the growth and the betterment of humanity. You know what I'm saying? And just try to do our best every other day. I tell you, I probably apologize to my family 1,000 times a year, because I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try to do better tomorrow than I did today. You know what I'm saying? Even if I had a good day, I want the next day to be even better. You know what I'm saying? I never just stop wanting to, whatever. So seeing that this is this season of a change, you have it like the Farmer's Almanac. It says this is a time for preparation. So this is what is going to foster a harvest. So and if just take that's just the farming aspect of it. But if you take that and apply it to other parts of your life, just imagine what can happen. This is a time to foster on being more consistent with studying, or being more consistent with managing your finances, and really taking that into consideration when we think about how fertile things are during this season.
Mm-hmm.
And because a lot of times, like even like we was talking about with yoga, people will say, man, and it may be a side of that, but it is undeniable the results that you can get chiropractically with all kind of these yoga techniques. But because you're trying to invest in yourself and do something better for yourself, you shouldn't do this because this stretching. Yeah. But I don't know about all that other stuff. But I'm saying take this time to embrace what it has to offer. Like they said, new beginnings, create your new beginnings every day, and allow this time to bring fertility into what is possible,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love it. I
went on a whole single. I've been building up for that whole 30 minutes. I was gone because I love it. Let me get back.
I think we're given so many opportunities to start new beginnings. As the seasons change and as the days go by, you're given a new opportunity at least 4 times a year to signify a new change, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if it's not now, when is it? So why not start now?
Mm-hmm. And what were you saying about the papaya? Okay, that King probably not in here no more. But I was talking about that mango. Talking about that is tropical. We ain't talking about tropical. We talking about summer.
He said it's 1,000%, not a. I think he was trying to say like it's not just for smoothies.
Right. But most people don't. Who walk around eating
a lot
mango?
of people?
That is not it.
Not me, but I do see a lot of people walking around. They even put like chili sauce on the mango. Like they cut it up and
they do
a flour, like a snack. It's great for you. Not the same thing as papaya.
It is.
But
and
it's
it,
great.
you know what? And it create, like it leaves like a hairy feeling on your tongue. I did a papaya review, and then but it was like, wait a minute. And then it's a lot of people who are allergic to pineapple, and I didn't realize that until Tasha, like she was like, man, is this a pineapple? And we actually got this drink. It's like, it's a pineapple in here. Her tongue about to swell up, and I said, oh my Lord. Okay,
she's allergic.
Apparently, but after I eat so much of it, mine does the same thing too, though. But like it's not that bad. Hers is like instant, but it's something about pineapple. But I guess I should think of summer when I think of pineapple, because it only grows. I think of stuff that only grows in the summertime.
But pineapple is one of them too. I love pineapple.
Fresh mango is good. If you get the right, you are so right. If you get the right mango, it is good. It is good.
Like
you don't like mango? You don't like mango?
I like the idea, but like it's slimy. It's.
I eat it anyway. I know that's right.
I love
Wait a minute. Yes, you like I need a Benadryl before and after I eat this avocado, but I'm gonna eat it. Yeah, if y'all not connected to the people in the chat, let me tell y'all, it's a wonderful content creators, and it's like all kind of like backgrounds. It's so diverse. It's just not one type of community, and I love that.
I know.
So like you may be in the mood to laugh and giggle. There's folks in there for that.
Oh gosh, this chick.
Oh, is that who making all that noise? Is that who making all that noise?
Right here. She's like, what's going on up here? Who are you talking to? Mango is not slimy. Yes, it is. I don't know.
Your finger slide when you're trying to get the peel off. I wouldn't. Yeah.
No, not getting messy.
But we were talking about things that remind us of summer. So if anybody just joining in, if you want to put in the chat things that remind you of summer. We talked about vacation, family reunions, the park, water parks, amusement parks, fireworks. Because sometimes you get fire. I thought people were gonna do fireworks for Juneteenth, but I guess we only do that in the country. I was like, "Where's the events?" You looking all around, they ain't no event.
I didn't hear any fireworks on Monday. Nope.
We have to wait till 4th of July.
I did hear fireworks for like graduations and stuff, but
no, they trying to set stuff on fire.
Everything's legal down here anyway. Well, not everything. Everything that you would think is illegal is legal here.
That part.
I had a coworker from one of the countries that grow mangoes, and she knew where to get their. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to lick your face.
So what are you? Is anybody growing anything in your garden? Are you starting to have any summer goals? How are you? We're gonna talk about that again. We're gonna recap on goals, vision board, budget, all that kind of stuff. May not be next week, but we gonna. It's a good time. It's a good time for it because this is a new thing. Because you may say, well, I done messed up on my budget, so I wait till next year. No.
We're not gonna put it off that far.
Yeah, we're gonna put it off that far. I'm waiting until my birthday. The longer you wait, the more you delay. Because I remember when we said we was gonna stop spending, we was like, man, we need to get all of this before the spend. I was like, we might as well spend during this, But we have done extremely well on our personal budgets, all things considered. Because we didn't even think about when we started tracking every dime that we spend out of our personal budget. It was like, should this go under the kids or should this go under us? Because it'll be times where we have to, buy them something for pictures or events and stuff like they need their own. Children are expensive, but they're well worth it though. So
it's like a whole nother conversation too. But goals. That's another good one we gotta jot down and get back on that. You can add, you can delete, you can.
Yeah, I saw that garden.
DJ Vince. Oh.
Yeah. If you watch to the end of their videos, they have like shorts. He does. You can see the update. Man, it's a wonderful thing. I'll be so encouraged when I watch all the gardeners, but I'll be like, man, I forget them plants even out there. I'll be like, oh my, I need to water it. And is this one supposed to be water? Is this one supposed to be dry? But I'm still going to continue to try because we know that the best food that you can eat is the food that you grow yourself. 9 times out of 10, it's just,
I'm working on some house plants. I'm either killing it or, like I can't find the happy medium. But,
and I can't grow the simplest things like ivies. Like that should be the easiest. Do you still have that?
No, my ivy died. My ivy died.
No, what is going on? No, this is the season of fertility, so they're gonna grow. We just gotta apply ourselves. I was thinking that there are these planters that like water it, keep it hydrated. That killed mine. Don't self-water. This is what. Don't do that. No, you got to manage that water, and that must get over wet. It'll start molding and everything.
Yeah. So I have 2 pothos plants that started out. One was a baby, and that one is doing okay. It's still a little slow, but what I do is I put ice cubes so that it melts over time, and I'm not like over watering it. But
that's a good
one side
idea.
is kind of wilted, so I think it needs a little more ice cubes. But it's good trick.
But I was wondering, okay, but they say that sometimes you need room temperature water so you don't shock the roots, like putting something that's too cold. But I guess since it'll melt slowly, it'll be. Yeah, I don't know. I'm telling you, I do not have no green thumb. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to teach my children a little bit better and do a little bit better since I know a little bit better. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But it ain't for everybody. It is not. I mean, like I'm constantly picking up weeds. Like every time I can't even go and just sit and enjoy. I'm up, I'm up getting up. Let me get that weed. Let me get look at that darn thing. I can't even enjoy it.
I do go outside like almost every time I take the dog out. I see weeds and I just pull them. But
Yeah.
orchids too. Yeah, that would grow really nice in the house. I know Warrior said summer goal is for me and Busy Mama to get a victory royale in Fortnite. Oh, that was fun. We played Fortnite last week, I think it was. But he's got a whole bunch of shorts on his channel, so if you want to go see that, that was fun.
Fortnite is popular now. Anyway, we did our hour.
Yes, we are done. So today is the longest day of the year. Remember that. If you didn't learn anything, that to learn. And if you missed the beginning, go back and check it out. Great information. Wear your sunscreen. I think that's all I have to say. Next week and the following week, there will be no Converse with the Mamas. I will not be around. So if you don't see me out in those streets, I'm not ignoring anybody. I'm just, chilling.
If you don't see me in the streets, just keep praying for me. If you know, like I know.
Yes. Any final words from you?
Nope. Just continue to tune in for work out with me, work out with me, work out with me. Hey, because that's the only thing I'm doing consistent. I'm gonna show up for myself in the morning. That's all I can promise you. Anything else? I have like a stack of stuff that I want to do unboxings for because I want to be as surprised as y'all are. And but I just been trying to spend a lot of time with the boys while they out of school. And making sure that I am ready for this season of fertilities of dreams manifested. This is what it is, and that's all it's gonna be. That's it. That's all. I'll see y'all in the next one.
Peace.